What's up, YouTube? It's me, Evan, back with another collection video. This is my PS3 collection. PS3 ended up being my all-time favorite PlayStation console. Now, this was my original. I had the fat one with the 80 gigs and backwards compatibility, and this thing weighs a ton. I watched a hydraulic press channel, and I tried to crush it, and it bent his press. I lived in a upper apartment where I didn't have AC, and in these Wisconsin summers, it would get up to like 90 something degrees in the house, and I was watching Blade on Blu-ray one day, and the system just cut off and stopped working. It was so hot in there that it melted the circuitry in here, so I took it to GameStop to get it fixed and refurbished. And when I got it back, it had this cover on there. It no longer had the PlayStation 3 logo, which I thought was weird. And this broke this lid off. It was really strange. But I really like this version. It has all these different ports. I like the customization to it. You could have any picture you want be your background. You could download videos. You could download music. You could download pictures. Make your backgrounds whatever you want. It had tons and thousands of pictures. I had thousands of songs on here. I mean, this was a great system. It wasn't just for video gaming. You could do a lot with it. I use that as my Blu-ray player and streaming device. Yeah, but yeah, that sucks. So once I ran out of memory, they released a slim version, and this had more gigs in it. So I upgraded to this, transferred everything over. It copied exactly, kept all my pictures, songs, backgrounds. And this became my main PS3 ever since. It was no longer backwards compatible, though, with PS2 games. That's why I kept the old one. But, yeah, as you can see, I have these decals on there that came with the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Special Edition. Yeah, I love this thing. I still got a lot of good games downloaded on here, and videos and movies and TV shows and music. So I still bust this thing out from now and then. Especially I play MVC2, MVC1. That's all on here. Digital only. Now on to the accessories. Here goes the controller, DualShock 3. Didn't love it, just okay. Don't love the feel or the shape of it, but it did the job. For fighting games, I have, I think, like 3 or 4 fight sticks for the PS3. Because I love fighting games. I'll do a separate fight stick video. But I like controllers for Street Fighter. So I got some other controllers that I tried out. I got these Mad Catz Street Fighter versus Tekken. I really did enjoy this game. This is the controller I used on it. Very cheap. Did okay though. Did the job. Had to get 2 of them so I could play against friends. I recently purchased a Sega Saturn controller knockoff that works with the PS3. I think it works with PS4 too, but not as well. This thing's pretty good. I had fun using this. The D-pad's pretty tight. Pretty good. And then I got these Move controllers. I also use these for the PS4 VR, but I got these for PS3 with their Move games. It was a ripoff of the Wii, and I liked it more than the Wii. I mean, their sports pack, I became addicted to Bocce Ball. It was so much fun. I really love playing those games. This is good for shooters too. I haven't gotten them yet, like Time Crisis 4 and stuff like that. You get a plastic gun and put it in there. Haven't got those yet. I did play them at the video game convention, Midwest Gaming Classic, and loved it. So eventually I will pick those up. Just haven't done it yet. This right here is Buzz Quiz Roll. I got them for PS2. And I had to get the PS3 version. It's a British game. You use these controllers to buzz in on the answers, and each question has a color. You push it, buzz in. Um, these are wireless, and then I have the wired PS2 one, so you can play 8 players at once. It's a lot of fun. You can also play online. Used to be able to play online. Great game. I'm a giant One Piece fan, so when I heard they were making a game for PS3, I had to get it. I got the special edition. You can see how huge it is compared to the regular game. This is Japanese version. And it came with soundtrack. And it came with these pins from the character models. My boy Jinbei. And this game, wasn't a fan. I really didn't like it. There was very odd, very poorly done platforming. Once you did the Dynasty Warriors stuff where you get to bash a lot of enemies, that was fun, but overall I didn't like it. But when I heard they come out with a sequel, I had to get it. And in America it was download only. So I downloaded it, got platinum on it, loved it so much. One of my all-time favorite games. Online multiplayer. It made up its own storyline. It was so much fun just going through each level, destroying thousands of enemies. The gameplay was amazing. My favorite character to use is right there, Kuzan or Aokiji. And I also love Crocodile. Those are my 2 favorite characters to use in the game. One of the best games ever. My top 5 of all time. Now on to the fighting games. This is Dead or Alive 5 Special Edition. It's a huge tin case size comparison compared to a normal disc. Let's get it open and see what's in here. Nosebleed City right off the bat when you open it. Comes with a book. Demonetized. Comes with a poster. Oop. Soundtrack. Some kind of code for DLC. Hopefully I used it. Another special edition I got. I only got this because Darkside's in it. It's for my Darkside collection. I really didn't like this game. My roommate had it on his 360. We'd play it a lot. I thought the graphics sucked. The gameplay sucked. I thought it was a stupid game. Although I do love DC, so I had to get it. Has Alex Ross art. Comes with a game, bonus disc. Little tiny Alex Ross art print. I think that's the only art print in there. And then a comic book. Spoiler warning. Another Mortal Kombat game. I got this one only because Freddy Krueger's in it. I like to play as him. He's my favorite horror guy. And I love crossovers. And then here we got the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 download, which I downloaded to my PS3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Special Edition, steel case. Comes with a comic book. And it came with those decals that you saw on my system. I was not a fan of this game. I loved 2, but 3 I just didn't like. And then Ultimate vs. Capcom 3. More characters, better version. Still didn't love it. I think I liked the graphics and Galactus being the end boss, but that's about it. I didn't like it competitively. Then we got Street Fighter 4. When this game was out for only 1 month, I entered a tournament and won it. I ended up winning, oddly enough, a Mai from King of Fighters statue. Then this is the better version, more characters. It's an okay game. I played it online a bit. Didn't stay competitive. But this game I loved to death. I thought the gameplay for this was better than these other 2 games. Tekken X Street Fighter. I'm not a Tekken fan because I was a Virtua Fighter boy. I never owned a PS1 until just a couple years ago. But I love the gameplay of this. I like the combos, the tagging. This was a fun game to me. I just didn't like all the stupid things to change. You'd have to add to your fighters to change their attributes. I didn't like that. Injustice, I love the DC universe. It's my favorite for comic books, but this game wasn't that good to me. I got the special edition that came with the controller. Fight stick, which is really cool. This is an okay game. I didn't really like the gameplay, but I did like using Doomsday. And I like that Darkseid was in it as a stage interaction. That's about it. King of Fighters, I had fun playing this. I thought the graphics were really cool. I can't read Roman numerals, so I don't know which one it is. Maybe 13 or something. Checked out these two games because I love anime. This has great looks to them. Anime Fighters. I didn't get to play this one yet, but this one I played a little bit. It's pretty good. Here's the game case for Dead or Alive 5. I think the reason why I got this, I think Sarah from Virtual Fighter and stuff was in it. Unless that's the next Dead or Alive 6. I can't remember. And then Soul Calibur. This one, PS3 got to play as Darth Vader. Xbox had to play as shitty little Yoda. So I was very happy. Playing with Darth Vader was a lot of fun. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I do love Darth Vader. The main character I like to play in here is Cervantes and Nightmare. And then this is a game I thought would never get released in America, so I imported it when it came out. This is the Japanese version, J-Star Victory Versus. I love this game. The gameplay was so good. It was so much fun. Highly enjoyed it. And then when it came out in America, I got it. I don't know what the plus meant. That was different, but I think you could play online. Came with the art book. Love the game. And then I got this game for my wife to see if she played video games with me because she said she likes Tekken. But she didn't play it too much. And I'm not a Tekken fan, so I didn't play it. Next is one of my favorite series of all time, the Rock Band series. I had 1 and 2, but once I got 3, it let me download those songs to this one. So all the songs from 1, 2, and 3 are on here. And so I borrowed them from my friend. And I borrowed him an extra drum set I had and guitar so he could play it at his house and get good. So when we got together, we could do really good when we played. But I just talked to him recently. He cannot find 1 and 2, so I couldn't put him in this video. I don't know if he lost them or what, but love this game. I did not have internet service when I first got PS3, so I had to buy all these expansion packs to get more songs. But once I did get PS3, I was able to download them all and have them all on Rock Band 3 together. So that helped grow my library quite a bit. And then I also got Guitar Hero World Tour once they switched from guitar to drums to try and compete with Rock Band. The drums weren't as good of quality as Rock Band was, and the song list was different. That's why I got it. But the sound quality wasn't as good. The gameplay wasn't as good as Rock Band. So Rock Band is the king of rhythm games. But because I'm a rhythm game fanatic, I did get all these as well, just to play as more songs. Aerosmith came with the guitar, and that's the guitar I like to use when I play any of the games because they're cross-compatible. I'm glad they did that. You can use the Guitar Hero equipment and Rock Band equipment on these games. This game really opened up my mind to other genres of music. I was really stuck in like rock only, but this had like Taylor Swift and frickin' Lily Allen and stuff like that. Stuff I never heard of, and I ended up liking that kind of music and buying the CDs and all that. That's a good thing about buying these games is they throw everything out there, whether you like it or not, and you could learn if you learn to go outside your box. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is the greatest Lego game I ever played. Loved it to death. So much fun. Platinum it. I platinumed this one, but this was a chore. It was not fun. It was a glitch fest from start to finish. And then this I got just for my Dark Side collection. I did try and play it, but because it was years into the game and starting out fresh, I would just get demolished instantly by veterans in the game with high levels. Being the One Piece fanatic that I am, I decided to get this. I think it's an action RPG. This game was horrible. Horrible gameplay. Couldn't stand it. Just picked this up at a comic convention for cheap. Although now I hear this is the shitty version. I should get the PS4. So I didn't get to play this yet, but I will be on the lookout for the PS4 version now. Got this epic game. It's mainly just, quick time events and stuff like that, but you fight giant monsters as big as the earth, and I think it's DLC, but you fight Ryu and Akuma. Now this game only came out as downloadable in America, but being a physical collector, I had to get the physical copy, and the Japanese cover is so much cooler looking. Godzilla Simulator. I did platinum this game. I loved it. On to some Sonic games, some Sonic love. I absolutely love this game, and I had a 3D TV. I mean, I still have it. 3D TV, so I'd use the 3D when I played it. It added a little bit of depth. But this was awesome. Old school 2D Sonic. And it had some 3D elements. It was great. Sega All-Star Racing. This game I loved to death. I made Knuckles in it. It was a great game. Transformed wasn't as good. It had more characters, better graphics, but to me it wasn't as fun. It did have Vice from Skies of Arcadia, which I loved, but I don't know, lost something when they made this game. Sonic Unleashed, one of the worst Sonic games I ever played, but I did beat it. The last level and boss was so hard. I figured out a quick way to get 99 lives. So I got 99 lives, went in there. By the time I beat the game, I maybe had 12 left. That's how hard it was. This game, not fun. I love arcadey tennis games, so decided to check this one out. I have Mario Tennis and all that. This game wasn't that good. Next up, we got another trivia game. This is for movies specifically. It was okay. Then we got a Kingdom Hearts remaster and collection here. Didn't really like it. It was okay. This is a rhythm on-rail shooter that was kind of like Rez for the Dreamcast. So I had to check it out. It was pretty cool. Besides Half-Life 2, this is the only other first-person shooter I like. This was fun. Play Capture the Flag and stuff like that, and Death Battle. Another crossover to the collection. This company's RPG characters from different RPGs, and also Capcom characters. Dimitri, Morgan, stuff like that. It's RTS. I love this game. It was so much fun. Got the Incredible Hulk game based off the Edward Norton movie. I think it was okay. This is one of the first games I bought with the system. Love animals, especially the jungle animals. It's kind of like Pokemon Snap, but with much better graphics. Splatterhouse is a cool M-rated game. You play as basically a knockoff Jason Voorhees and go around just ripping people to shreds. And this is the Wii ripoff that they did, and I loved it. I thought it was better than Wii Sports. This was a lot of fun with the Move controllers. One of my all-time favorite racing series, Burnout, came out with this. I was very excited to get it and hyped. Ended up hating the game. They just put you loose in a city, like Grand Theft Auto-sized city, and there was no invisible walls. Like, you could take any way to win the race and go down any street, any corner. And my Zorro mind I would get lost. I could never find the finish line. I just kept getting lost. I like it when you get a track and you have to stay on that track and maybe can find a shortcut here or there. I like more linear racing games. I don't like open world racing games. This game was very cool for its time. A lot of fun. Arcade racer. Awesome mud graphics and physics. One of my favorite genres is arcadey golf games. And Hot Shots is one of the best. Out of Bounds, this was an amazing game. Loved it. Sega outdid themselves with Virtual Tennis 3. I love the Dreamcast virtual tennis games, but this one had create a character and a campaign mode. Epic. I loved it. This game's phenomenal. I was able to... It's a noir-like murder mystery. You play as 4 different characters, all trying to solve the same case. I highly recommend it. I was able to beat it and figure it out on the first try. Find where the kidnapped person is and all that. It was great. This was like a launch title for PS3, if I remember. And it was hyped up to be amazing graphics, gameplay, God of War ripoff. I really didn't like it. Resident Evil 5 and 6. I also have 4. It was a DLC for the system. But Resident Evil 5, I had a lot of fun playing on the couch with my friends. Co-op mode, we beat the whole game together in one sitting. It was so much fun. And then 6 was online co-op, and I never ever had time to play. I tried playing with the, CPU, and they sucked. And I didn't want to play with a stranger online, but my friend couldn't wait for me, so he beat the game with some strangers online. And I never finished the game. This is a game I was leery about when I seen the graphics, but decided to pick it up, and this game's a 10 out of 10. I started playing it, couldn't stop. I worked first shift at the time, and I needed to go to work, wake up at 5:30. I stayed up till like 3 or 4 playing the game. I couldn't sleep or eat. The story was so good. The gameplay was so fun when you played as the villain. I love this game to death. I highly recommend it. Uncharted series. First Uncharted was awesome. I loved it. Who knew it got to some scary parts that scared the crap out of me when playing alone in the dark. Uncharted 2 in my top 5 of the all-time greatest games ever made. Uncharted 3 was good as well. Not as good as 2. 2's still the king in my opinion. You guys know I love my crossovers. Alien vs. Predator, RTS, I think, or is this a first-person shooter? Oh no, this is a first-person shooter. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Playing as Alien was dizzying because you can crawl on walls upside down on the side. But playing as the Predator, Marine was just scary. It was a scare fest. Everything scared you. Easily get killed by predators and aliens. But playing as Predator was the most fun. You could like record somebody's voice and then tweak it and throw your voice and scare them and then come and hunt them from the treetops. This game was amazing. Talk about mature. This game is freaking phenomenal. My roommate, when I was playing this game, he was a hardcore Microsoft fanboy. He would never touch a PlayStation or Sony product, but when he seen me playing this, he was jealous. He couldn't believe how great this game looked and the things you got to do in here. You got to fight a giant demonic vagina. You got to fight the devil with a giant schlong hanging out. You fight all the 7 deadly sins in there. Amazing game. Normally I love Final Fantasy games, but I tried this one, couldn't get into it. This game was kind of a glitch fest. I hear the 360 version runs much better. I did play it. I don't think I beat it. It was just redundant stuff. Then I got these games, which was okay. Was a glitch fest too. I did beat it though. They were pretty fun. And I saved the worst for last. This game was horrendous. One of the worst games I ever played in my life. Dragon Ball Z fighting game. Horrible. Alright, that's it for PS3. Thanks for watching.